I think every salesperson, business owner is going to experience 4 enemies, and I want to tell you my story so that maybe you can overcome them. Number 1 is rejection. You get involved in business. I got involved in insurance and financial services, and I start reaching out to people, and I'm like, hey, man, come check out what I'm doing. We could do it together. You can get your license, make more money. No, I'm not interested. No call back, no text back, no communication whatsoever. And I'm like, dude, these are my best friends. These are like my family members. Like, why aren't people reaching out, right? And so I experienced number 1, which is rejection. And then a lot of people said, hey, I'm going to show up. I'll be there. I'm going to come through. You can count on me. And a lot of people didn't show up. I invited a bunch of people. Not everybody came. So a lot of people say yes, and then not everybody follows through. And I experienced number 2, which is deception, right? And you're like, man, I feel deceived. Like, this is a person, like, I trusted this person. It's my family. These are my friends. Like, why aren't people encouraging me? Why aren't people supporting this? And I was like, no problem. You know what? It's all good, because a bunch of people did show up, and I had agents that showed up. And I'm like, man, they're going to be fired up. They're going to see what I'm doing. They're going to be excited. We're going to do this together. And I experienced number 3, which is apathy, which is just, I'm not interested. It's like, whatever, it's cool. It's not really for me. Hey, happy for you, right? So I experienced that. Like, and when you're like excited about something and somebody else says, I'm not really interested, or they're dismissive or disinterested, right? It's discouraging to people. And I said, no problem. All good, man. I just want you to know what I'm doing. But a few got started, and they actually got started. They got licensed, and man, we're going to build a team, and we're going to kill it. We're going to open an office. We're all going to win. We're going to make 6 figures. And then what ended up happening is I experienced number 4, which is attrition. Majority of them quit. A majority just said, hey, it's not for me. I'm busy. This life's, my spouse, kids, etc. And they just kept getting smaller and smaller. And I'd sign people up, and they kept, quitting. And I'm like, man, doesn't anybody want it? And I'm experiencing this attrition and over and over and over. And I'm just discouraged. And I'm like, man, I got to keep going. And I kept going, and I kept finding people that were willing to fight with me. And today we built a business that does nearly $50 million. But what if I would have given up when I experienced those 4 enemies? So I want to encourage you, wherever you are right now, if it's, rejection, right? If it's deception, if it's apathy, if it's attrition, you can build something great as long as you don't quit.